Welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Stamina DK PvP build Draugr. You will find the written guide on alcasthq.com/Draugr. Now this has probably been done before, so it's just I want to show you the setup, and it's actually really freaking OP. Now just to check the stats really quickly. 10k magicka, 27k health, 50 motherfucking k stamina, yes. 50k, okay. 2.6k weapon damage, 43% weapon crit. This doesn't look like it's high, but I will show you in a second why it doesn't really matter. No recovery, but we really don't need it because we have tons of other ways to manage our resources. Now, I'm using the tower to get more stamina. You could use the thief to get more crit, because crit is also important. I'm using a precise weapon at the moment, so you could use a sharpened one and get the thief shadow to balance out the crit. Now I do have the emperor health bonus at the moment, so otherwise the health would be at like 25% more or less. Now I also have some more weapon crit than usual, just as a heads up. This is a heavy armor build. Now you're using health and stamina buff food. Depending on what you like more, you also could use this one here, just to get more magicka. It's really up to you. Make sure to adjust the build to your playstyle. Everybody has a different playstyle, so it's important to adjust stuff. Now, the race I'm using is a red guard. It's basically, I really recommend being a red guard, because you see your melee attacks restore 3% of your max stamina, 5-second cooldown. So we have 50k stamina, 3% is a lot. Like, I don't know, 1.5k or something like that. I don't know, I'm bad at math anyway. Now, it also gives you 10% more stamina. Now, let's talk about the gear first, champion points, skills, and at the end of the video I will tell you how to manage your resources. Just a heads up, do not use the Serpent Mundus Stone. It will not help you gain more recovery at all. Either use the tower or the thief. We really don't need stamina recovery. It sounds stupid, but we don't need stamina recovery. It's fucking useless on this build. So, 5 pieces Black Rose. You can buy this on the Telvar merchant in Imperial City. 5k Telvar, an impen piece, really cheap. 5 heavy armor here. Then we are using the Draugr Hulk set. Stamina, 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 and more stamina. Okay, that's how we get so much stamina. It's basically made for stamina DKs. Now we are also using the tremor scale. So when you taunt an enemy, you have 50% chance to cause a Dune Ripper. It kinda looks like a dick bursting out of the ground, okay? Dealing 8k physical damage within 4 meters, so it's even a AoE skill. Just to showcase you that, let's find there. 8k damage, it's really, it has a 4-second cooldown, but it doesn't matter. It procs a lot. And you also could use Selene, because it's kind of a bear that comes out, deals a ton of damage, but it has a smaller proc chance. So you need to decide. I prefer this one. Then I have a precise weapon here. You could use sharpened. Now we use a two-hander on the back bar because of rally. If you don't have a Maelstrom weapon, it's not the world's end. It's just, it gives me more weapon damage, so it's not bad. But you could use a Draugr Hulk two-hander if you want to. This drops in Direfrost Keep, by the way. And this one here, I can't remember. I will put the link into the description, like alcasthq.com/gear location, where you can see where all the sets drop. Okay, put weapon damage on all your jewelry. Easy peasy, because we don't need stamina recovery. Now, I have 5 heavy, 1 light, 1 medium, because of the Undaunted here. Increases your max health, stamina and magic up by 6%. For every, like, by 2% for every armor type. So it's 6%, so you get more resources. Now we use Black Rose because it's just the OP set, gives us weapon damage and it buffs Constitution passive. That's this one here. Also restores magic and stamina each time you're hit. It has a 4-second cooldown. So at the moment we restore 1.3k magicka and stamina. That's so much. Plus, if you would wear 7 heavy, it would go up to like 1.8k. So it's, you need to decide, do you want more resources or do you want a little bit more regen? Now, champion points. 100 mighty, 14 to piercing, 13 to melee, expert. We do a lot of heavy attacks with this build. It's one way to manage our resources. And also to get this, while blocking grants 50% chance to return 4.6k damage to the attacker. Really nice. Can somebody kill off people? And I put 17 into bless to get a little bit more healing. 40 tumbling for dodge roll cost reduction. 67 tenacity to increase the amount of stamina our heavy attacks restore. Do not put points into Mooncalf, it's useless, put them here. 18 to Warlord to get cost reduction on our skills. 70 Hardy, 70 Elemental Defender and 47 Thick Skinned to reduce the dot damage. You can play around a little bit with the CP, okay, it's just that's how I like them at the moment. Now skills, Venomous Claw, one of the strongest dots in the game and it costs 900 stamina, it's fucking free, okay. Revert Bash, it applies the Major Defile, reducing the enemy's healing received by 30%, they're really deadly. Then we are using Pierce Armor. This one gives us Major Fracture and Breach, so reducing the enemy's physical and spell resistance by 5.2k. That's why I do not have this one here, Noxious Breath. Igneous Shield, and we use Pierce Armor, we need it to proc the Tremor Scale. If you use Selene, you could use this one here if you want. Igneous Shield, so basically every time we pop this we get Major Mending, 25% more healing done to help our Vigor, really nice. Vigor, our heal over time. Dawnbreaker of Smithing, really strong ability, knocks the enemies down. Rally, basically our burst heal, keep this up at all times. The longer you hold it, the stronger the heal will get. Reverse Slice, our execute ability. Critical Rush, basically our gap closer. Molten Armament, so this one buffs our heavy attacks by 40%, which is really fucking nice. It's a lot of burst damage. If you like, I will explain at the end what combos we can do actually. Then Shuffle, because I mean the moment you enter Cyrodiil it's basically auto slotted because it's so fucking OP. Zenimax wants to have it on the bar. Corrosive Armor on the back here. You could use the new two-hander ultimate if you want to. It's really up to you. Now, how do we manage our resources with literally zero recovery? First thing, potions. So now there is a lot of potions. You can use this one. Give you health, stamina and CC immunity. This one, I prefer this one in the groups because you get more crit. Gives you stamina and also gives you weapon damage buff. Or this one's gives you speed buff, weapon damage and stamina. So you can run around fast and you don't need a speed pot. You also could use those here to give you even more healing. Grants you major vitality. It's just stupid. Now, that's the first way. Then the second way, as I said, Red Guard. The next one, Heavy Armor, Constitution, 1.3k every 4 seconds. That's a lot. Now, why does it help to get Magicka back on a STEM DK more than other classes? Because here, Helping Hands, while using Orphan Heart ability. So activating an Orphan Heart ability restores 5% stamina. So every time we use this, we get 5% stamina back. And 5% of like 50 or 45k is a lot. That's why it might be better to use Tri-Stat, so you can use the support ability more. Okay, because the moment we get into fight, you see, when we get damaged, we basically, come on, hit me more, we restore. It has a 4-second cooldown, but it doesn't really matter that much, because we also have other stuff. The moment I activate the ultimate, that's the next one. The moment I activate the ultimate, I get resources back as well. Let me just use up a little bit. Watch, now I do a heavy attack and I pop the Dawnbreaker. Look at my resources. Come on, dude. It's basically from 60% to fucking 100, bam, instantly. Plus we could pop a potion as well to get even more resources back. We could use Igneous Shield to get resources back. Now, why does ultimate restore stamina and magicka and health? Because of Battle Roar. Every time you use ultimate, we restore a shit ton of resources. It's like 6-7k on Dawnbreaker or something. I'm not sure. It's a lot, okay. Then of course we have our heavy attacks here that also restore. And Sword and Board heavy attacks are really fucking fast, okay. Now how do we... So that's basically our ways to manage our resources. I think I didn't forget anything. Nope. Now how do we kill off people? So basically it would be more beneficial to have your ultimate ready. So as long as you don't have your ultimate, just try to keep your enemies busy. Light attack, bash and all that kind of stuff. Let me try to get the zombie. So what people usually do is light attack, pierce armor, bash. That's like the animation cancel combo you can do. And it's deadly here because the Dune Ripper does a shit ton of damage. Sure, it's only zombies, but anyway. You just, to really kill off the hard targets, you try to do a heavy attack, use Dawnbreaker, bash, use the pierce armor. It's just a lot of damage. You also could use heavy attack, pierce armor and then Dawnbreaker. So that's basically a few combos. I will try to get some gameplay done with this build, but believe me, it's just insane. Now, oh, before I forget it. I almost forgot it. So at the moment, like, this setup has one flaw. Basically, when we swap to the two-hander bar, we lose like 5k stamina, something like that. Now, at the moment there is no Black Rose weapons, but Zenimax confirmed they will put those into, because it's a bug that they are not in here. I think they forgot them. So once those are available, use a Black Rose one-hander and a shield and put the Draugr Hulk here. You still want to have 5 heavy, 1-1, but you can have those in heavy here. And you will have like 2 pieces for the Draugr. But that way we keep the extra stamina constantly. Because the 5-piece bonus of Black Rose has a 4-second cooldown anyway. Because the Constitution passive, so it's better to have the Black Rose weapons here. So once Black Rose weapons and shields are available, use those. Till then we have to make do with those, okay? Anyway, that's basically it. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Cheers.